everyone, I'm Thelma. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you 3 Dollar Tree Valentine's Day easy to make DIYs. So without further ado, let's get to crafting. Let me adjust this camera so you can see. Okay, the first project is the welcome sign with the 3 hearts. All you do is stick your scissors under them hearts on each end. You open them up and you just put them on each, let me show you here. Put them on each end, and that'll stop from a lot of this here. There's going to be some pulling up of this, and what you do is you sand them off real good to where they're nice and smooth. And the glitter sign, this one is welcome with an arrow. Get you some paper towels. I lost my train of thought there for a moment. And slightly dampen it and rub on the glitter, and then take some sandpaper and start sanding it down. Then once you get it all done, take you another paper towel that's damp, a little bit more damp this time, and rub all the glitter up, and then sand it again. And that's about, when you run your fingers over it and it's kind of smooth without all that glitter feel on it, then you know you've got it as best as you can get it. So flip it over, have something on your workspace because you're going to need your glue gun on this, and cut these. Mine have staples in them, and I've never been good at getting them out, so I'm just cutting this. Or if you don't have any ribbon, you can leave the top part of it, that way you can hang it. And I think I'll do that just to show you all, and then I'll see how it looks, and if I'm not impressed by it, how it blends in with what I'm getting ready to show you all to do, I'll snip it off and I'll put some small ribbon on it. So make sure you line these up. You will also need some of the big craft sticks, the ones, let me see, 0.72 inch by 5 point, it's hard to see, 5.86 inch, I do believe. They're just slightly bigger than the smaller popsicle sticks. Get you several out. I'm going to get about 4 out at first. Just line them up. So we're going to need at least 6. And make sure these are flush. Get 2 more to put right here. We could really do 3, so just to make sure. So I'm going to show you how to put the 3 in there. That way it'll be more stronger. Okay, just make sure it's even, and put your glue on. Let me see. Hang on one second. Okay, the problem was my glue gun had came unplugged on the outlet. Okay, take these little popsicle sticks off, and I'm thinking it might be better to glue right through here and then press them together, then put the popsicle sticks for extra. Just put you some on the ends because this dries fast. If you're real fast at it, you can do the whole thing. Okay, now line them up again. Push down if it buckles any, and just hold it until it's dry. It shouldn't take no more than a few seconds. Now lift it up and unglue it from what you have it laying on. It might just take a few extra seconds to dry. Now let's go ahead and put the popsicle sticks on. Put a good amount. And push in on this, and use your other finger to push down on the popsicle stick. If you've worked with this before, gluing popsicle sticks to the back of a project, then do it however way you do it. And if you know a better way to do this, please leave it in the comment, because I've never glued two signs together like this, so I don't know if I'm really doing it the right way. But these should keep it nice and snug and secure. Yeah, my little kittens, the 3 that I rescued a while back, they've been running, or anytime I'm doing something, they got to get in on it. Right now they're resting, I think, and they were over there, and I think they probably just unplugged the cord because it was barely in it when I had to plug it back in. They bring a lot of delight. I mean, back in October, the day before Halloween, my little black cat, Binks, passed away. I think if you are returning, you've probably seen her in the background while I was doing stuff like on the kitchen table, making flowers. She would sit and her head would go up and down watching me, and she was a sweetheart. She never had any kittens because we had her fixed, and but she was mother hen to all the other adult cats, and I know she would have wanted us as soon as we found out how many kittens and cats that lady had, that and she needed help. And these really needed it because, well, she had 23 adult cats, and some of them were pregnant. Some already had kittens, and then there was this, I got 3, and my daughter got 3. And there was more that she couldn't catch. But, yeah, they had eye infections, upper respiratory infections, fleas, parasites. I mean, we had to take them to the vet, and it was like around $300 for all 3 of them to be seen. But we had to do it because if not, they would have died. And they bring great joy to all of us in the house here. And now they're getting along with the other cats that we had. Counting the kittens, now we have 6, but one makes 7 because it's from outside, and I used to feed them outside when we moved here, but I let them come in now. Now, if there's any glue sticking out, pick it off, and there's sand it down. Take your sandpaper and just sand it down if there's any rough edges. Excuse me. Okay, that's about as good as that's going to get. Okay, now I have some apple barrel from Walmart, white acrylic paint. This is 50 cents a bottle. And I'm using, this is from the Dollar Tree, those paint brushes. I'm just using the smallest one. I'm painting the background white, and then I'll show you what I have planned for this once it dries. Once I get it painted, we'll set it aside and then work on another project while it's drying. Let me know if how many of you really love decorating and for Valentine's Day. This year, because of everything going on with the state of what the world's in right now, and just sad things that's happened in the year 2020 for us, and losing my father-in-law just a week and a half ago, I decided to leave my Christmas tree. This year we needed to get one because ours got ruined in the flood. So we got you might have seen it in some of my haul videos. It's a pale pink tree. I think it's 6 foot tall, and it has the lights already on it, and the lights have like a little snow on them. And I went ahead and kept it up and decorated for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to leave it up and do for Easter too. It's just a way to add a little bit more happiness and make you feel good. And the grandkids love it. So, but I really enjoyed figuring out what could go on. I think at the end of the video I'll go in there and I'll film it. That way y'all can see my Valentine's Day tree. Okay, so let's go ahead and put one more coat on, and then we will set it aside and let it dry. And I'll show you some of the things I made last year, but it was before I started doing um, YouTube DIY videos. I think I started around Easter time. And I went ahead and put up some of the stuff that I made last year. And I'll show you that way, maybe just by looking at it and me explaining it just a little bit, you all can remake them. And let me know at the end of the video which project was your favorite and which one are you thinking of doing for yourself, or are you going to do all of them? Okay. Okay, our next project is this 5x7 picture frame. I have two of them here. Now I did these last year, but and you use some of those some of those hearts, the table scatter, light pink and red. And what you do is first I need to put another coat of paint. I have fuchsia here because, and this will be the third coat, but you can kind of see some of the picture frame color coming through. And I already have the pearls. You can use pearls from an old necklace, or the Dollar Tree sells pearls of different sizes in their Craft Your Square section. So get you a medium or small paintbrush. You just make sure you don't get it on the glass, and you won't have the pearls glued down yet, so I'll have to make sure I don't get it on the pearls. And then once we get it painted, we will set it aside and work on another project while it's drying. So just go around, and now you can remove the glass too. I didn't think of doing that. I have memory problems because of some of the medicines I'm on for my bipolar and anxiety and panic attacks. So I have concentration and memory problems on it. Kind of gets a little aggravated every now and then, but oh well. Some people have it worse off than, me, so I'm not complaining. I just thought I would explain why I keep forgetting things or get distracted. It's not that I'm bored with doing crafts. I absolutely love them. It's just I can't remember. And do the sides, because you want the sides to show up nice and pretty too. So, and do 2 picture frames. And again, you will probably need to put 3 coats on it. And then once you're finished, and it's dry, you will need 1 pearl in each corner. Let me get this paint off the glass. I'm using one of those disinfectant wipes. That way it's kind of wet. And I'll show you how to get it. All you do is just rub up it down the side until you don't see no more. It's easy to get in the corners too, but this is why I wished I'd remembered to took the glass out. But at least with my mistake, you will know. There. Okay, so let's just continue painting and then put it aside to let it dry. Okay, for our next project, you will need 2 of these 3-pack of treat sacks. And this is what they look like. And the little on top. What we're going to do is make a garland out of these. You will also need a pack of these 7-piece light pink heart picks. And you will need to, I'm trying to see how to open it. You will need to take them and pull this carefully, pull the pick out, and just do that. You will need 5 or 6 of them. Now I went ahead and measured where I'm putting mine at, and let me cut this off here, or pull it there. And what you do is make sure you aim them all in one direction, these, and there. Go ahead and pull it tight. And if it comes untied here like this one did, just tie it back. It just slipped right out of my hand there. It only takes a second. You just have to make sure it doesn't start to unravel. See how it's slick? I'm going to double knot it. Hopefully it won't do that again. So just when you're pulling this sack closed, hold it up to here. That way that doesn't happen to you. Go ahead and trim that off if you have to do that. Now, take an end, leave enough to tie a little knot right here that looks like this, but I'll show you that at the end. Take this, leave enough, and go ahead and tie it. I'm not gluing it just in case I want to use these sacks later on for something else. Just tie it like that and leave a little bit of space. And do the same thing to the other one. Again, make sure you don't hold that at the end, that way that knot won't come out. Okay, now go ahead and slip this side here through this like this. And leave a little space. See how much that space is. Okay. Go back up. Alright, just leave maybe a 3-4 inch space in between each treat sack. And you want to tie it. Tie it up on top. Now, once you get the rope through each side, you just tie it. And it'll look like that. Now, the best way to do this is take this and measure it right here. Well, this one came loose again. Not again, but two. They should have used a different one that's not silky. Okay, now. Let's measure it. Okay. Now come over with it. Show you here. Hold it like that. And I went the wrong way. Make sure you hold it and go through this side. Now tie it. Okay, there's 3. Just make sure these are facing you, and you go in on the right hand side. It might take a while, but not a while, but a minute, you know, but at least you double check it and it's even. Okay. Loop it over and tie your knot. Let me see how long this is. Alright, I'm going to put one more, or probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, it will take all 6 of them for mine. But if you're making yours longer, your garland longer, you might want to pick up more of these little treat sacks. Or if you're making it smaller, then you won't need as much. And this is the last one. Okay, now on each end, just tie you a little circle That way you make sure you have a spot to hang it on a nail. Let me undo that. I didn't have it big enough. Alright. And double knot it. It's hard to see with your fingers being in the way, and you got to make sure that loop stays. So make sure you have enough rope on the end of it to make you a thing to hang it with. Alright, finally got it. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is the little hang thing. Now do the other side. Now if you've got some of those little clothespins from the Crafter Square section, you can, instead of tying these on, you can just use them to click them on. I mean to hang them on. I said click them on. You just loop it through, and then you have to do it so close to the rope, it's hard to get it in sometime. But I got it. And this is what this end looks like. Okay, let me bring the camera up. Now I can show you. Turn it around here. This is what it looks like so far. Now, lay them all out to where you have room to, and get you 6 of these little pale pink hearts. Sometimes they're slick and hard to get out. Alright, now you can either leave this as is. Now they also have the hearts that some say love on them. Each one, you can put that on it and then put hearts on each side. Just take your heart, put you some glue, put it right in the center of each heart. Put a fair amount, that way it sticks, and make sure it's center. I'm doing this upside down so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Another glue stick. Now give these a time to dry that before you hang it up. But it doesn't take this hot glue that long at all. Okay, this sign here that we made in the beginning of this video is dry. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to redo it. Let me bring the camera down. Okay, first you will need a pencil or a marker. Let's see here. And what I'm going to write right here is love grows here. And I am going to use a black Sharpie, and then I'm looking for the gold that I have. And you will need your gold paint pen. I got this one from Crafter Square. I couldn't find the one I got from Hobby Lobby. But anyway, just in real pretty writing, I said write love grows here, or you can write there's love in the air, but I already have that on one of my other ones, so let's get started. Go love. Grows. Here. Alright, now as you can see, it didn't go on so you have to go over it and use a different Sharpie. That way the white paint is not on it. So slowly go over it. You can paint it on too if you want. Okay, now just go over the ones that didn't take. Or you can open up Microsoft Word and you can get the font of whatever you want, and you can print it out and then take a pencil and mark on the other side and lay it down and then trace it that way, then paint it, and it'll look beautiful. I did that on a different holiday. I can't remember what it was. Okay, now I'm debating on putting this here or I think I'm going to use these here. It is table scatter that I showed you earlier. And we're going to make XOXO. So first, line them up. Once you get it lined up, it'll be easy. All you have to do is just put some glue on it and then that'll be it. Just make sure you put it on straight down an X line. This one needs curved out a bit. Now do the light pink for the O. And just curve it. Go 3 down and 2 on the bottom and top. Kind of curve it. It just might take a minute to form it the right way. Now do XOX with the red. Make sure you have the right amount. Now the light pink for the last O. And then move it aside a little. Alright, now since it's closer to this edge than this one, we're just going to easily move them over just a bit before we glue them. Do the same thing to this O. Okay, now we can start gluing and bring us in just a little to make it more of a circle. And this one down, you want them center, top, bottom, left, and right. Okay. And you do that to all the XO. Okay, now that this is all dried and everything, we're going to flip this over. I've decided to take this off. I'm just going to cut it. And I'm going to use this regular decorated ribbon to make something to tie it with. Doesn't have to be that big or long. Once you get it sized up, just cut it. And be careful with your glue gun. I think, because I burnt myself pretty good. I have a blister on my thumb. I did it doing the XOXO. Just push down on it. Do the same thing. Just follow the line where the other one was. That way you know it's even. Okay. I'm going to take this and push down. Make sure that glue holds. Alright. Now, I've decided I'm going to paint mine. The Love Grows Here. It's this pink. It's called, it's Folk Art Neon. And it came from Walmart. And I almost said Dollar Tree. And it was like a $1, almost $2 a bottle. But it's well worth it. Okay, but before we do that, I'm going to make a small bow. And I have to cut this end off because I used it on something else. Now, all we're doing is measuring how wide, how long you want your bow. Let me see, I think that's too big. I'm just making a small one. Let me see how this works. Crunch it up. And hold it. Let me cut this off first. It's just going to be a simple bow. Let's measure it, make sure it's even. Get you a Chanel stem. I couldn't think of it. And tie it real tight. Cut these ends off. Now I'm going to measure it again. Okay, it's uneven, so it's easy to do that. But all you have to do and bring it down. Now, just fluff it. Now, as you can see, that's even. So, make sure your Chanel stem is in the back and not poking out any where you can see it from the front. I don't like these type of ones. I like the other one that are made out of tinsel. But I couldn't find any red. Okay, now we're going to glue it on. Get right in the center. And be careful, like I said, so you don't burn yourself. Now let's fluff it. Alright, now get you a small brush. I'm going to be using this one. I'd start out with just a little bit first. And the black will show through, but that'll look alright if you paint it to where there's paint on each side of it. And you might want to use a different color, one that's darker, maybe like a bright fire engine red or something. I like the black showing through. And then I'm going to mix it, maybe if I can find later on, and I'll show you. I might put some gold trim spots going through it. I'm not a very good painter because of my wrist. My hands shake slightly. Leave in the comment what you think this turned out. How I think I could have done better, but once I burnt my finger and my thumb, it's already swollen right there. I burnt myself more with this Gorilla gun. Got it from Walmart for $8.99. It's real good. You either have a hot, very hot, or a low temperature. But I don't like the low. It doesn't hold sometimes. The glue doesn't. So I use the hot. And I think it's high, because one's low and one's high that's setting. And because I used to burn myself with my other glue guns that I've used. If you remember seeing them, they were those $4 ones or $3 ones from Walmart, and it would never blister up. But this one, whoa! I've got 3 fingers, well, 2 fingers and a thumb that feel like they're on fire. You'd think I'd learn to remember to wear my finger protectors. I can't talk. Just move the bow out of the way. But I've had fun on this video. Minus the hand. But I really liked making these projects. I'm getting to really like remaking signs and using them like I did on this one. But I'll tell you what, I keep telling people to remember to wear their finger guards. I'm going to start wearing mine. I'm going to write a note down or something and wear them. Alright, almost finished with this, and then all we have now next is the 2 5x7 picture frames. I used to be able to draw and paint anything I seen, but with my eyes getting bad and my portfolio, or well, all my sketch, I had them in a 3 binder from the very first one I ever drew when I was a kid. I had them in order, and came home one day. Ex-husband didn't pay the rent, and he lied to me. I thought he did. Anyway, all of our stuff was sitting outside, which I think that was against the law, but I was young then. I didn't know. And of all things to take, like, it would mean something to somebody else, then, you know, like it did me. Somebody stole my binder with all my art, and I kind of just, I quit drawing and painting. But I've been starting back trying, but I'm nowhere near what I was when that happened. Okay, this is what this one looks like. I think it turned out kind of cute. Now, the last one is the 5x7. Let me see if these are stuck. Okay. Now, these hearts are the hearts that came off of the sign that we just did. And, okay, that's right. Let me see if this one's right. Hang on one second. Okay. As remember, I put another coat on. It was pretty thick. And there's 4 little pearls. I'll show you because one fell off, but I have it right there. And all you have to do is get a 5x7 picture frame. Put 3 coats of whatever color you want and your little pearls. And all you do is, I'm not about to put that glue on my fingers with this pearl, is put a little glue down. And push it in. There. And then on these, just make sure you measure them up real good. Put you a fair amount of glue. On it. Make sure it's even. Do the same thing to the other one. Okay. Let me move that thing out of my way. And this is what these turned out. Now you could also use those little hearts and do XOXO. But I don't have enough picture frames. I need to get some more. And this is the other one that looks identical to that one. You can either let them sit up or you can hang them. Just make sure you put the heart going in the right direction so you can hang them. Alright, I want to thank y'all for stopping by and checking out my video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content that I do in the future, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell next to it. And leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this and which project do you think you might be wanting to do. But hurry up at the Dollar Tree and get the stuff, because once it's gone, and as close as it is to Valentine's Day, they probably won't get no more in. Alright, I hope y'all stay safe. Bye. Hi, I'm Thelma. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you a Dollar Tree DIY. I love Valentine's Day. I'm going to be making a heart wreath out of this heart form that you get at the Dollar Tree for $1. You will need whatever color of your choice, either red or pink mesh. These are the 5 yards. And some ribbon. I'll tell you as we go through it what you need, and I'll put it down in the description below. Okay, let me adjust this camera. Okay, start off by taking the sign off. I'll go ahead and heat up your glue gun because you will need that. Have your Chanel stems handy. And cut a few in the center. Just fold them over and cut them right down the middle here. Okay, now I should have went ahead and took all the wrapping off before I started, but I didn't think about that. So you can either start on the bottom or the top, but what you need to do is take this and fold it going down like that. Fold it under. Put it in the center right here. Well, there we go. Tie it on. Just go around maybe 2 or 3 times. Now make a little puff and put it right here on this one. Now on this one, since it comes like this and that way, you can tie it off to where it won't move around. Bring it up, and this side here, bring it down through the center, and then twist it. That way it won't move around. And I'll show you again how to do the twist. Pardon my cat. He is Snuggles, and he's the one that likes to show himself in every one of my videos that he can. He's definitely not camera shy. He hasn't been feeling too good lately, so I've been letting him come and go as he pleases. I don't think it's anything serious, but if he doesn't get better in a few days, I'm going to take him to the vet. Now put this one right here. Make another poof. Now go up, bring this out on this side of this wire here. Go, if I can move the mesh out of the way, and bring it back up on the outside. That ties it in so it won't move. And this is a little trick I do on the ones that slide back and forward. Put it where you want it. Get your glue gun and just put a little glue there. I blow it sometimes just to make it dry faster. That's to hold it in place. Now we have the top of the heart going in. We'll do that little glue trick on it too. Everywhere you have that there's nothing to tie the chenille stem into, like this one here, you can bring it under and up like I showed you. We will glue that piece when we're finished. But when you go to make another poof, just go ahead and do it. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and glue this one. Make sure you have the same size of poof on both sides. Bring it down on this end, back up and under. Now that's already dry. Knock some chenille stems on the floor. Now right on the, make sure you have this right at the point. Grab another chenille stem. And add just a little bit more glue. Now, you gotta move, baby. Go on, move. There you go. Now, let me see. Put a little there. And it pops right back off if you ever decide you want to make this wreath into a different color. Make sure you take the end down. And really, you can cut your chenille stem, if you see how long it is on the ends here, into 3 pieces. Just keep doing the same thing over and over. Bring it up. Now on this side of the wire, bring it up and down. Bring it back around. Go on, baby. Move, baby. Sorry about my kitty cat, he just don't understand. Now you can use the same chenille stem from this one and just tie this one into it. Excuse me. Now bring it from the point here, bring it up to this one in the center. And bring it down on this side and back up on this one. And again, down on one end, up on the other end. And this one in the center, and we'll tie it and glue it. And you might want to use your finger protectors. You can get them 3 in a pack. They come in all different colors. That way you less chance of getting burned. Because for those of you that watched me make a my first gnome that I made, Christmas gnome, I got my finger burnt real bad on that one because the beard flipped over and it had a lot of glue on it. And I just got done saying use caution, and well, y'all seen what happened. It was a 2nd-degree burn. Now on this one again, we go to the center and we glue it after we tie the chenille stem. Now just bring it up to the next one. And again, we put it in the center and we glue it. And you do this all the way around and until you're finished. Now, after you have the first row all the way on, you start, here's the end, and you just unroll it and do just like you did with the first, but start here at the end, find your chenille stem that's on there, and go ahead and tie it off. Now you can use one roll of red and one roll of pink too on this, or any color you want. It's your wreath. Just make sure you untangle the chenille stems and that you have the right one for the row that you're on, or it could really mess you up. I did that one year on a Christmas wreath, and I didn't realize it until I was almost finished. But you just keep going around, and once you get this one, then it'll be ready to continue on. Now, after you have your wreath, the mesh put on it, go ahead and fluff it. Make sure all your chenille stems are covered up. Tuck them in. Tuck the ends of the mesh in so you can't see it. Tuck it under another one. And just fluff and hide the wires of the frame of the heart. Hide them. Okay, and set it aside, and I'm using some ribbon from last year because the Dollar Tree was sold out of all their ribbon that had hearts and patterns on them, and I went to order some online, and they only had one left, and someone bought it right before me. It was in my cart, and when I went to check out, it didn't, they beat me by probably like 5 minutes. But I was able to buy some of the solid colors, like the red and the pink. Go ahead and take this off. So I'm going to use this one from last year, Halloween. And what you do is make a big bow. Straighten it out as you can. I just took it off of a Let It Snow thing that I did. So go ahead and go up to 10 and bring it down. Go on, baby, move. Go on, move. This is one of the kittens we rescued. She's a busybody. She's got to be in everything. 2, 3, 4, 6. Now go up to 16. Once we get it to the way we want it, it'll be easier to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go up to 4. Now just roll it around each other. I have it tangled. I'm working with a small space here on my island for those of you that are new, and it's kind of awkward. Now go ahead and let that hang. Now just keep flipping it over onto itself. Okay, I went ahead and hurried up and finished this one since I had it started, and paused so I could take Bo, that's the kitty, into the bedroom and lock her in there because, as you could see, she was just not letting me work. She's too young to understand when I say move. She's just too young. But anyway, no harm done. Now, this is the black and white plaid from Halloween, and this is the red hearts from last year. That's what they have this year too, if you happen to have some. So anyway, this one was a 12-inch, so this one we're going for 10. But first, go down to 9 or 10, whichever one you prefer. I'm going down to 10. And now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, this one was 10, I believe. No, it was 12. You're going from 12 to 10. And it's fairly easy, just push it down, that way you get your shape. Now we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to number 5. This is very easy to do, but you do need one of these rulers or some type of one. Now once you get the first one, it's easy to just loop it around. Well, here comes the other one. Sorry about that. Just loop it around until you run out, and you have enough for the other tail. That's the main thing. You got to have enough for the other tail. The little kittens, they're just curious about everything right now. When we rescued them, they were sick. All 3 of them had to be taken to the vet, and they're just now beginning to feel, for the last couple weeks, feel good, better, and to have more energy to play, and as you can see, get into everything. But they're just babies. Now take the first one, put this one right on top. Go down in the center of each tail. Leave me a comment. I used to do a series on making bows, but I was finding it hard to find ribbon at a bargain price, and so I stopped. But if you want me to start back doing a small series of making bows, let me know and I'll start back doing it. Okay, now this one will be 4. And it'll probably bring this one down to 9 or 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up to 13 or 14. I'm having to use what I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's just going to have 1 on each side, but that's okay. It's still cute. I'll give it a good little tie. Now bring the chenille stem back. Get your reef. And I'm going to tie it right on, right here. Cover up some of these Chanel stems. Just twist it once. Now take it in down the, I'm going to go for the one in the middle, the two wires that's in the middle. Just bring it to the back. Keep hold of your Chanel stem so you don't lose them with all the mesh. Ah, you're back. You must be feeling good. Okay, here, let's put you down. Okay. Okay, I went and put her into the other room behind the door. Now, take and figure out which direction you want to aim your bow. Move the tails out of the way. And I always start in the back. And this one only has like 3. What you do is you twist and you fluff. Now do the center. This one only has 2. Twist and fluff. This one just needs 1. Now do the same to the other side. Twist and fluff. Now you might have to get it to the way you want it to be fluffed, you might have to do this even after you hang it on the wall. But the more fluffing, the better. Twist and fluff. And then there's just one on this one. Okay, now this one was not trimmed. Let me double check both of them. Okay. Now, let me turn this up so you can see. And here is your Valentine heart wreath. Now you can always put like signs on it that say XOXO that are hearts or anything like that, but I choose just to leave it like that. I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking out my channel. I'm sorry for all the interruptions from my kitty cats, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, and make sure you hit that little bell next to it. That way you'll be notified of my future videos. Hi, I'm Thelma. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you a Valentine gnome that we're going to be making. First you will need 2 of these Christmas stockings. They can be the traditional red with white trim on top, or it can be designed. And let me adjust my camera so you all can see. So what you do, for the bottom part of the gnome, take your scissors and just cut straight across. You will have something like that. Set the one aside. You will also need some of these, or anything heavy like petals, rice, anything. Some of these glass gems and some stuffing, which would be what I'm going to be using is the inside of a pillow that I had, and I'll be using that. Now it will come apart right here, but take your glue gun and just glue that. And you won't be able to tell it. Let's see if the other side's doing it. Yes, do the other side. I need a bit more glue. Now I'm using these because I didn't have any socks, and these are what I had on hand. Okay, now just let that sit for a minute, doing like that. If you have these finger protectors like this, you can get these at the Dollar Tree, 3 in a pack for $1. And they come in different colors. Okay, see how this is holding up now? Now, take your whatever you decide to use to fill the bottom of it with, and just dump them down in there. This is to make sure it sits up straight. Now, take it and hold it up and just trim this end here. That way the top will be straight. Now go ahead and re-glue right here. That way the thread doesn't come out and it gets stuck to the glue, and it keeps it from coming apart. Now I bought a few of these bags because I didn't know how many I would need. But what you do is just hold it up. So this was about a bag and a half, because I used the first bag. I already used them on a different project. Now get your whatever you're going to use for filling, and mine is, I took an old pillow that I had. Instead of throwing it away, I'm using the inside of it. Now you'll also need some twine. I'll just push this down in there. You might have to take some of it out. Okay, now take your twine and hold that real tight and just bring it around it. Make it tight as you can get it. Go around it about 3 or 4 times. Tie it off. Okay, now just fluff it. Cut it kind of close, and go ahead and take your glue gun and go around it just to make sure it stays. Now this is going to be the front and this the back. Now take the other stocking, or the one that you just used, and you will need, first go ahead and just cut this off. Okay. Now go from the corner up okay. Now first you want to double check and make sure it'll fit. And as you can see, if it stays still, it'll fit. It'll go around it. So turn it inside out. Even it up. And just do a little section at a time. This is a very simple, easy to make gnome. And again, you can use any color of stocking. And I'm going to be practicing to see how I can do, I think I'm going to try a sock and see how those come out. Okay, let me cut this tag off. Don't need it. Alright, now it should be dry. Just double tap it. And if any of the glue didn't take, just, well, this is the other side where we cut it. Now I'm trying to get the point here. So just take your, maybe your scissors. It'll do just a little bit. That's all we need. There. Now, get you some, first make sure it fits. As you can see, it does. Now, with the white part of the stocking, measure it, go by the front here. We already know it goes down far enough. Now all you want to do is measure how far you want to go. Make a little cut right there. Now go all the way down. Okay. Let's get this off down here. Alright, now, as you can see, it's a perfect match. Now, just put you some glue on the back of it. And be very careful. My last gnome I made, which is my first one, this beard flipped on me and it stuck to my finger and gave me a 2nd-degree burn because it stuck and peeled the skin off of this finger right here. And so just be very careful. Okay, there's the beard. Now let's stuff this. Take a pointy end, stick it up in there. It's almost to the end, the very tip. Okay, now get you the glue and put it around in here, making a line. Do glue it real good. There, let's keep the front right here open so we can put the nose. I just need to get some more glue sticks. Pulling down the stuffing just a little bit. Now be careful when you're doing this side. Just glue it right on the body. Now, pick out what you're going to use for your nose. I have some of these pom-poms here left over. I pick up a bunch at Christmas time. That way I figured I'd have enough to last me on making my nose throughout the year. I'm just picking out and seeing which size I need. And I have a large one. So we're going to do the nose right there. Put it right there, and then we'll take the hat and we'll glue it right on top of the nose. Just getting that off the tip of my glue gun. And then do the same for the other side. Okay, now let me get this beard. If the beard doesn't go up all the way, what you need to do is just put some more glue on it. And make it flush. Pick off any colors that you have. Now we're going to get another one and another pom-pom and put it on the tip of his hat. Just put it right on the tip. Now I'm going to get some stickers, some heart Valentine stickers. I have these stickers from the Dollar Tree, the wooden stickers, and these little felt stickers. What we're going to do, first you see your gnome, fluff him up. And this is only one way you can do a beard. I'm going to show you throughout while I'm making gnomes different ways you can do a beard. Okay, let's get a pink one from the wooden kind. I think I'm going to go with the glitter one. Put the glue right up on that little sticky thing it's got. Push down real good. Now I'm going to get a medium white sticker and a large red. Well, no, I'm going to get a medium white. Now, be patient. These are hard to come off. Well, I'm just going to glue the whole thing on there. Okay. Now just eyeball it and see where you think you want the other one. Like I'm going to put this one under the pink one. So far it's like that. And then I'm going to get from this one where it says love and it has purple hearts, I'm going to get love and put right through here. And I'm going to use pink. I should have had these already out, but with the kittens running around, I was afraid they would get on the table and knock everything on the floor. But I'm lucky they're taking a nap now. They love to see what I'm doing. Well, this one tore up, so I'm going to have to get another one. Be very careful with these. These are my first time using these type of stickers. Make sure they don't flop over like that one did. Okay, now I'm just going to put this right there. And there's our little Valentine gnome. Hang on one second. Sorry, my broken leg to my camera, where I rigged it up, it kind of slid a little, so we were like cockeyed. Okay, this is the finished DIY. It's a Valentine gnome. And again, I'm going to be showing you throughout how to make the beards different and how to use different colors for the nose and different colors for Valentine gnomes. Okay, I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking out my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. It'll help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future videos, and click that little bell right next to it, and share the video and leave a comment. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again and have a good day. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm Thelma. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you several Valentine DIYs. So without further ado, let's get started. My first DIY, I want to take this glass candle holder that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to show you how I did this. I bought 2 bags of those scatter hearts and just put 2 layers of both colors. We have the red and the see-through pink. And I just scattered them, mixed them up and put them in there. In the store, they look like this. And there's the light pink. There's 50 in each pack. And then I took some rose petals, not a lot, just a little. And again, these are at the Dollar Tree too. Just enough to fluff around and let you see it under the candle. And this candle, it came from the Dollar Tree too. It's the one that says I love you. And I just set it right down in there. And that's that one. And the next one are these gnomes. Here's one that I made. And what we're going to do, take some of these felt stickers, or you can use the plain stickers. Here's these kind. And then these are, they're like wood DIY stickers. And go with the type of gnome that you have. And just put it up there, which you think would look better. And I think I'm going to go with the wood, excuse me, the red one, and just stick it, find the front, the middle, and just stick it over on the side. That way you can take the heart off after Valentine's and use something else. And use the gnome for something else, I meant. And then you can take, these are the felt stickers. Get like a pink one. And then get a, since you already have red, get pink, and then a little white one. I'm trying to figure out how the label comes off. Okay, I have that one. Figure out where you want to put them. I'm going to put the white one right there. And then we have this little pink one. stick them on real good. And here's how this gnome looks that I made. It's in one of my previous videos. And you can do that to all the other gnomes that you have too. And for the next DIY, you will need one of these buckets. This one is 98 cents, and I bought it before they put theirs out at the Dollar Tree, so this is the only thing that's from Walmart. You will need 2 of these foam. It's the one that's got 4 in a pack at the Dollar Tree. Oh, well, this one's not 4 in a pack, it's one big one. So just push it down in there. And cut it off. So now, apparently, they have these in now, and they were sitting right with the 4 in a pack for $1, and I thought I picked them up, but I picked the wrong one. Just take off this loose so it doesn't cause like sand stuff. To see how it is on my hands. And now I have these pink roses from the Dollar Tree, and I have some baby breath and these hearts. So you stick your flower all the way down, and I'm going to go ahead and rip that tag on off. I'm just adjusting the camera for you so you can see a little better. Go ahead and adjust your flowers. These have 6 roses on them. And then do your baby's breath. Put it right down in there too. Just try to adjust them to where the baby's breath complement the roses and doesn't overtake them. And then the next one are these glittered, they're like a peach pink color, little hearts with some baby breath on them as well. And just hearts going around too. Now take some tulle, and red was the only color I had. I couldn't find the white or pink. That would look better on this, but since there's some red on the basket, then it'll look good with it, I think. And what you want to do, let's get that piece that ain't cut all the way to the end. Just get you some and gather it down into the hose beside the foam and the pot. Push it down in there as you keep going around and around. You want to do this a couple times. Now start fluffing it on the inside where you'll cover up the foam. Just keep going around. Now go out a little and cut it, and then push it down in the next hole. And here's, just adjust these a little. Here's a beautiful bouquet flower arrangement. You set that aside. And for the next DIY, you will need one pink, one of these glitter hearts, and one red one, or you can go the same color. Just flip them over. And for this DIY, you will need to flip them on the back and take the tags off. Now, if you get a pink one and a red one, I prefer the pink on top and the red on the bottom. And make sure you have your glue gun ready. And put just a little bit of glue on the bottom of the top of the heart that you're on the bottom of the heart that you are going to use for the top. And then take the ribbon and stick it right on it. Use the tip of your scissors or anything to push down on it. Make sure you don't burn your fingers. And that glue just comes right off of the end of your scissors. Just give it a second to let it dry. And we'll flip it over and I'll let you see what this one looks like. There we go. Okay, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel. If you like this DIY, be sure to like, subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future videos, and leave a comment. I would greatly appreciate to hear what you have to say. Which was your favorite DIY, or which one are you thinking about doing for yourself? And if you are thinking of subscribing, I do DIYs and hauls from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, Walmart, sometimes Hobby Lobby, and Target. Alright, I hope y'all have a safe and happy day. Goodbye. Hi, I'm Thelma. Welcome to my channel. Today I have for you my very first DIY, I Love Valentines, episode 1 for 2021. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, the first DIY is this Happy Valentine's Day sign. I'm going to keep everything the same. The only thing I'm going to do is add a bow. And it's going to be a very simple bow. All you have to do is bring your ribbon over, measure it, make sure this will look good. Okay, now flip it one time. Now I go ahead and crunch this together. I'm not cutting on each side because I plan on using this in a different DIY. Now go ahead and cut the ribbon to where it's on the back. Add a tie. Let me go ahead and make this shorter. I'm just redoing this because I got it tangled up. Now fluff the bow. I'm just cutting this down. All you need is a real small chenille stem. Now, and I made a mistake. I won't be reusing this ribbon because I'm going to glue it on. Now just twist it about 3 times. Now fluff your bow. On each side. Real simple, easy bow. Alright, you'll need your glue gun for this. So put a good decent amount of glue on it and just stick it right in the center where the heart is. Push down. Now, doesn't that make it look more high end and a little bit more pretty for the Valentine season? Okay, set that one aside. Now your next project, you will need one of these signs. It doesn't have to be the brown one, it can be the white one. Take off the rope to hang it and put it aside. Now I've already painted this twice with some apple barrel number 20503E white, 50 cents a bottle from Walmart. Now you will need one large, if you want to do it the way I am, I have the pink and then white and then red. Okay, now what you do, just put a little bit of glue on each of these little spots right here. And on the bottom. Kind of be fast so the glue doesn't dry. Okay, now let's flip it over. Well, scratch that. I put the glue on the wrong side. Okay, I grabbed another pink one. You want to flip it over to the white and put your glue. Just put a little here and there, especially on the top, sides, and bottom. I got confused because you flip the pink over and it's white, and so is the red. And I have a white one that I'm going to be putting on. But it's easy to fix it. Just push down. Now I have the white one. Let's see, this is the back. Now make sure you do the back because it's sort of raised here, and that way you know you have the front on the white one. And just flip it over. I need another glue stick. And we're going to put a bow on this too, and then we're going to put the rope back on it. Watch your fingers. And now on the red one, see how it's white on the back? Okay. Make sure it doesn't stick. And if it bends over, just flatten it out. Let me get that glue off my finger. If there's any hanging up here. Now, flip it up and do the very bottom. Now see where it sticks up? Because each one of these are different made. If you have any of those finger protectors, that would be a good thing to use with this. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the red with the hearts on it, and we're just going to make a little bow. Take your ribbon, measure it, because your rope's going to go right there. Flip it over once. Now take it and squeeze it through, and then see if you have the size you want. Okay. Now, cut it behind the bow, that way you can't see it. Get you some more Chanel stem. Tighten it about 2 or 3 times. Put you just a little glue on it like you did the other one. That's how much I put on it. Put it right in the center. Now, take your rope and these little things on the end, just push them right back through. And make sure, just pull it. Okay. Now, let me get this. This is the second project. Okay, for the next project, we have this Hug, Kiss, Love burlap banner. What you need to do is get the smallest of the hearts, dollies, and put it in between both of them. Now, just make a line. Measure it, make sure you have it even. Press down where the glue is. And we go all the way around like that. Push on the bottom, make sure it's glued. Now let's do the top. This makes it look so much more elegant and high-end. Just go real fast all the way on one side. Make sure you have it in the center. Push it down. That glue off my fingers. Yeah, I have those finger safeguards. You get 3 of them in a pack from the Dollar Tree, and they work real good, but I keep forgetting to grab mine. Okay, let me get that glue off my finger. Now I'm going to use the red with the white again. This is my ribbon from my stash that I have on hand. I ordered some because every time I go up to Dollar Tree, I'll bet for the solid colors, they're out of the ribbon, so I went ahead and ordered a case of that and a case of the Easter, and that way I don't have to worry about it. But I took some bows apart, and just so I can have some to make do until they come in on the 26th, and you can order them and have your stuff come directly to the store, and that way you don't have to pay no shipping. Just go to dollartree.com. You just have to create an account, and but I find it faster after I create an account. I just write down the SKU number, what it is, and how much. Because that means how many you're getting, and I order it over the phone. That way it's I don't know, it just, I like doing that better than doing it on the computer. You can do it any way you want. Now let's fluff this. I find it just to stick your finger through each side and pull it out and then just fluff it like that. And then if the tail comes in, just push it back in there. Okay, well, there you go. Now, get you some glue on it. And stick it right in the center. Push down on it. Alright, and this is this DIY project. Alright, I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking out my video. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell next to the subscribe. That way you'll be notified when I upload a new video and you won't miss any. And leave a comment. I really enjoy reading the comments and answering them, and I look forward to have you newcomers as part of my YouTube family here on YouTube. And to my current subscribers, I want to thank you all for your love and support. It really means the world to me. Alright, thank you and have a nice day.